When the moon is full and you look up at it, you can see Kuwate, the Great Spirit, and his wife in their unending journey through time. When the earth was very young, the Great Spirit visited often. One day, according to the age-old story, while the Great Spirit was on one of his visits, he decided to take the form of a frog. Great Spirit swam through the swamp, but he soon realized he was in part of the swamp controlled by the dark swamp spirit. His powers grew weak, and he sat on a log to rest, although the dark spirit had already seen him. The dark spirit warned Kuwate that if he did not escape the swamp before nightfall, he would become his prisoner for all time. However, Kuwate knew he was weak and that he did not have much time before nightfall approached. First, he attempted to call out to the sun god to stop his path throughout the sky, but the sun god did not hear his attempts to ask for help. Kuwate was concerned, but quickly he spied a young woman canoeing. He tried to call out to her, but she was afraid, so he used the very last of his powers to stop her canoe, and then used it to hop on and convinced her of his good intentions to leave the swamp. Once successful, they decided to leave together and escape the swamp spirit. The woman was an expert canoeer and began to paddle quickly. However, the swamp spirit had already spied them. He used his powers to send whirlpools and waves at them, but with the woman's excelled skill in canoeing, she escaped them all and continued out through and exited the swamp at last. The Great Spirit was incredibly grateful to the woman, who turned out to be the princess of a nearby tribe. He was so grateful he asked to return to the tribe with her, and after exiting the swamp, he turned back into his self as a Great Spirit. The woman was incredibly surprised to see that the frog was one of the best spirits all along. She took the spirit back to her tribe and introduced him to her father. Her father was surprised at what the young woman had done, and the Great Spirit offered her his hand in marriage. She humbly and gratefully accepted, and their father approved. Kuwate took his new wife to his lodge on the moon, where the brave woman would live forever. Today, if you look at the moon when it is full, you will see two figures. The larger one is that of the Great Spirit. Directly behind him, her bundle of belongings still in her hand, is the Frog Princess.